Real Sociedad 0, Manchester United 4. As you would have seen in my pre-match prediction, I picked Sociedad to beat us. I was very concerned about the game, but our boys turned up tonight and showed up. So, look, I've been proven wrong and I'm happy. I love it when I'm proved wrong because it means that the team are doing something right for a change. And great result tonight. Great performance from most of the lads. And it's a fantastic result. We got 4 away goals, so like the second leg is over. Like we can't be too complacent, but they're not gonna get past us now at home. So great result from the boys. Let's get into the match notes. Obviously we got to see Diallo just at the end. Looked a bit lively. Didn't really get a lot of service though, but little glimpses, and he looks promising. So it's good to see him come on near the end. But the match notes: Januzaj tried a top right corner curler. It was a very fast-paced start at the beginning. There was like 3 chances either side of the pitch within like 3 minutes of the start of the game. So it was like a basketball game in like 2 or 3 opening minutes. Not far off. Henderson was beat, so I was a little bit concerned with the start. But then we went straight up the other end with Rashford, and he should score. He had a one-on-one with the keeper, and the keeper saved it. But for me, he has to score. Isaac then went down the other end for them, and Henderson put it out for a corner. Isaac at one point was sprinting through as well, and it was like shoulder to shoulder with Eric Bailly. But he took a touch to take him away from Bailly, and Maguire somehow, who was behind them, managed to get a sliding tackle in and put the ball out. So that was a good last-ditch save from Maguire as well. I don't know how he caught up with them though and kept pace. But it was good to see. Wan-Bissaka got a silly yellow card from behind, just slid in, took the fella out, and I just thought it was petulant, like no need for it. But other than that, I thought Aaron Wan-Bissaka had a really good game, but just a little bit concerned when you're throwing your body around like that. But after that yellow card, he settled down, and very good game from him. Rashford, at the start, and especially more in the first half, he was overplaying it a lot, holding the ball too long, trying to beat 6 players or whatever, like just release the ball earlier. McTominay made a great run. Bruno laid it off to him, and he sort of took a driving run into the box at a tight angle and shot, and the keeper saved it with his leg. Tellez then put a great through ball through to Bruno, who crossed it into the box for Rashford, which is an even better chance for him than the first chance he had. Central in the goal. All he's got to do is score. It's a tap-in basically, and the keeper saves it again. So I feel like Rashford should have 2 goals in the first half easily. He has to score that one for me. Bruno gets the first goal for us. Rashford put a ball over the top. The centre-backs wasn't expecting it. It caused a collision from one of the centre-backs and their keeper. They didn't know where the ball was because they kind of clattered into each other, and Bruno was there for an open goal tap-in. 1-0 to United. Greenwood was doing very good tracking back tonight, I thought. Defensive duties. He put a ball out from a cross they put into the box, just flung his leg at it, and they got a corner from it. But Henderson gave him a pat to say well done, good covering and doing his defensive duties, which was good to see. Second half, counter goal from us. So Rashford put a ball into the centre of the park, just outside the box. Dan James takes a touch, and Bruno comes and snatches the ball off Dan James with a first-time strike. After Dan James controls it, Bruno snatches it off with a first-time strike into the bottom corner. Went to VAR, and VAR allowed it. I didn't think it was going to be a goal at first, but they give it. So it's 2-0 to United. Rashford then made it 3-0. Counter again. Fred actually got an assist with a very nice through ball with Fred from a change. And Rashford, bottom right corner. And it actually reminded me of Thierry Henry, like how he used to put it in the bottom right-hand corner, like a curler. And yeah, it just reminded me of Henry. It was good to see from Rashford. I thought the first half he started off dodgy again. I don't think he had an exceptional game, but again, he's involved, so I have to give him credit. Dan James then thought he scored. Mason Greenwood crossed it into him and he scored, but Greenwood was ruled offside. Bruno then released Dan James one-on-one. Keeper saved it. Greenwood then had a feeble attempt inside the left-hand side of the box. I think he was a little bit off balance and rushed it a little bit, but went out for a corner. But a bit of a weak effort, but I think he rushed it a bit. Dan James finally got his goal though. Bailly put a good ball down the line. Dan James's pace took him all the way into the box, and he nutmegged the keeper from a very tight angle on the right-hand side of the box. Probably could have squared it to Diallo, who had been on for a couple minutes, and he would have got a debut goal. But Dan James gets his goal. He worked tirelessly throughout the game, Dan James. For me, though, quality off the ball just doesn't offer us anything, to be honest. But his work rate and effort is definitely there. And he probably did deserve a goal just for his work rate. So I'm happy that he got his goal eventually, because he obviously got another one that was disallowed. But yeah, he got his goal. But for me, quality off the ball is worrying. So player ratings, Henderson, I give a 5-2, an average. Didn't have too much to do. I think he made one good save, I remember, maybe a couple. And a few catches and punches, but didn't have a whole lot to do, but did what he needed to do. He gets an average. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, 7. I thought he made some very good tackles tonight. Didn't have a lot of problems defensively, really. I thought more of the problems we had earlier on and just random moments of the game were more down Tellez' side. Eric Bay, 7. Made some good clearances, as I said, wasn't really troubled. Maguire, I thought, was really good tonight. Again, not troubled, and I thought he was more dominant tonight. Like, he made that sliding tackle, just made better decisions, it looked like, and didn't make any mistakes, really. So, 7 for Maguire. Tellez, a 7 as well. Thought he got the through ball goal, the assist for that. So, good to see. So all the back four I give a 7 to. Fred and McTominay I both give a 6 to, just above average. I thought Fred was a bit better in this game. I thought his passing again to start off was not good, but then he got the assist, so I bumped it up a bit for the assist. He was just a little bit better on the ball after that, like wasn't too bad after that. So McTominay got a 6 as well, had to go off. Obviously he was carrying a knock before the game anyway. Thought he had a good game though, but nothing exceptional. But a 6 for McTominay. Matic come on for McTominay as well, but I'll give him his rating in a minute. Greenwood gets a 6 as well. I thought he had an okay game, just above average. Don't think he was great. Looked lively in moments, but didn't really grab the game like he could have, I didn't feel. But defensively, I was very impressed with him tonight. I thought he was better on the defensive end more than in the attacking third. So Greenwood, just above average with a 6. Bruno, I give an 8 to. He could have had countless assists again, a few that was like VAR'd and people missing their chances. And he scored 2 goals himself. So just exceptional again from Bruno. The work rate was there again, shouting at people, do you know what I mean? Like directing traffic and giving his orders, but leading by example. So for me, Bruno gets an 8 tonight. I would have subbed him off though earlier than Ollie did, but that was my only criticism of Ollie really for Bruno. I would have just rested him a bit more for Newcastle. Dan James I'd give a 6 to, just above average. As I said, I bumped it up more so for his goal and his work rate, but on the ball quality is very lacking. He's definitely not at this level, but happy he got his goal and he did work hard. Rashford gets a 7 for me. Started off poorly again, I thought, but obviously he got the assist for the Bruno goal, the first Bruno goal over the top. Yeah, just picked up later on in the game, I thought, a bit more, and obviously scored that one that reminded me of Henry near the end of the game. So gets a 7. He was involved. Matic, Diallo, Mata and Martial I all give out averages to of a 5. Didn't have a great deal of time really. Matic obviously come on for McTominay earlier on than the most of the rest of the guys, but I don't think any of them really stood out. Diallo looked lively. We were excited to see him, but didn't really have a lot of the ball. So he could have got the goal obviously when Dan James scored his, because he was open and it would have been a tap in, but Dan James shot and scored, so I can't take that away from him. Diallo, as I said, had a few little lively moments, but not enough of the ball and not enough time really. So all the subs got a 5 for me for averages. And Ole Gunnar Solskjaer tonight I would give a 7 to. Thought tactically he got his spot on, because look, I thought Sociedad were going to run rings around us, just us. I thought we'd be the counter-attacking team, which we were, but we also had spells where we were just dominating, and even when they had the ball, they weren't really causing us problems, and our shape was good. I thought the defensive duties was good. I thought Greenwood was very good on his defensive duties, as I said. Dan James was working on his side a lot. Fred and McTominay weren't really too troubled, and Matic come on and steadied the ship. So, and I thought the centre-backs had an easy game. So, yeah, really pleased with the tactical side of it. I thought Ollie could have made substitutions earlier again, brought Diallo on earlier than he did, and take Bruno off earlier. just to rest him up a bit and take Rashford off a bit earlier. But look, it's a phenomenal result. 4-0 away from home. Obviously, they were in Italy, not in their own natural home ground. But do you know what I mean? It's still... I think it's a great result because Sociedad, they've had a good season in their league. And yeah, I think that for a lot of people, we were the underdogs. And I certainly considered us the underdogs in this game. And I'm happy I've been proved wrong. So 4-0 result, a great result from the boys. My man of the match, I would give Bruno with an 8. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer I would give a 7 to, as I said. Tactically spot on, but would have made the substitutions a bit earlier. But other than that, I thought exceptional night from the boys on the most. And yeah, this leads us nicely into Newcastle. Hopefully Cavani and Donny will be available because obviously he didn't travel for this game. And I'll be interested to see if Diallo's involved at all. I don't think he will be. I think he might be on the bench, but I can't see him coming on, to be honest. But at least we got a little glimpse of him tonight. So Ollie gets ratings for that, but I would have brought him on Ollie earlier than he did. But man of the match, Bruno Fernandes, phenomenal again. And yeah, I'm happy I've been proved wrong. So I hope you guys are happy. And I'll catch you for the Newcastle game, guys. See you then.